Hi everybody, Al the Doctor Who here. I figure I'd talk about a subject that might be interesting to some of you guitar players. One of my first guitars that I had that I learned on was a Gibson Les Paul Jr. Similar to the type of guitars that Leslie West Mountain used. The P90 pickups that are on those guitars are excellent pickups. The only problem with them is that you have to face, well, what happens is that they call it facing Mecca. That was a term they used to use back in the 70s with the P90s. And the reason why that happens is because they're not humbuggers, they're not dual coils, there's one coil. And the reason why that happens is because inside the speaker is a single coil. And that same coil has a polarity to it, and it comes out from the speaker, from the speaker, the face of the amp. And if you're sideways, parallel to it, what will happen is you'll get like a hum. And the only way you can avoid that is to face the same direction as the coil is on the speaker. Then it'll be okay. So and the only time you really hear that is when when you stop playing. When you stop playing, that hum will be very very loud, especially with the high-powered, Marshalls. You'll get like it'll be very prominent, and you don't want that in a recording either. So I mean, they have noise canceling things that will help eliminate that in the studio, but generally what you do is you just find Mecca and you stay in that position. I wanted to show you the guitar. This is the first guitar that I learned to play on. Now this is signed by Les Paul. I met Les Paul 3 times. The first time was in the club, the first club that he played at. It was called the Iridium. Iridium. I think it's spelled with I. Iridium. And he's a great guy. He was really good. In fact, he signed the top for me. You see this here? It wore out, and that's his signature. See, Les Paul signature had faded away, so I brought this guitar with me, and he signed it. So he signed that. One of the first ones. This is a Junior. I have tone locks back here. These particular bridges are very, very bad for intonation. You can buy a badass, but the problem is this is a nickel bridge, and a nickel bridge transfers a lot of sound. You do not want to put a bridge on a guitar that doesn't transfer the sound. Anything like a heavy material bridge is going to deaden the transfer of tone. The same thing with the nut. I used to have a nut up here that was made out of brass, and it just killed it. So I put everything back to stock, and I'm very happy with the way it sounds. It is a little tricky to tune because, like I said, the intonation is not exactly on. But I'm doing that on purpose. This is Purple Haze. You get the idea. Enough with that. Anyway, you get the idea. The P90 is a great pickup. Fantastic pickup. Really, really good. I'll catch you guys later. Be cool. Bye-bye.